Well, good morning. It's 15th of March 2021 and this is the first day I'm going back to a regular work day since Christmas Eve. I've only been in work a couple of brief times since then because of the lockdown in Scotland. I work in a very old department store up in Princess Street, and I'm going in today to begin what will be 6 weeks of notice period, because all of us, myself and all my colleagues, are getting paid off on the 24th of April, and that is to allow the building to shut down and begin a 3-year redevelopment, which is going to restore a lot of its Victorian features, turn part of it into a hotel, retail on some of the lower levels, restaurants, all kind of things. It'll look amazing when it's done, because the place has been sadly neglected and run down a bit over the last few years under various owners, since it ceased to become a family business. So this is it then. First time I've been out in the morning. Look at the traffic already. Normally I start at 6 in the morning, so the traffic is not too bad. See if we can skip up the inside here a bit, because we're turning anyway. There we go. Just make sure nobody's indicating. I always filter slowly. You never know what people are going to do in cars, but we're alright. So this is the Novelty going up in, it's about 7:30 now, so this is a bit of a novelty going up in traffic. It's a bit busier. Let's see if that, yeah. No. So we're just going to go up, just a quick route up to work, along Leith Links here, and then up Leith Walk, where the tram works are still very much in progress. Not too bad this morning, bit chilly. But spring is definitely in the air. So yeah, the shop I work in is not open to the public at the moment, because non-essential business is still closed in Scotland. So I think we'll just be going in to, well, obviously the staff will be going in to get the stock shipped out that's there to other places, other businesses. I'll be going in, I would imagine I'll look after the maintenance, so I would imagine we'll be spending the next 6 weeks dismantling stuff and getting it ready for guys to come in for a week after we leave, who are basically just there to get all the heavy duty stuff that is not part of the building cleared out, and then the keys get handed over to the owner, who is a Danish billionaire who's got big plans for it, on the 3rd of May. So that's it. This is about a 6-week notice period starting, which, you know, is not unexpected. It's been coming for years. So it certainly wasn't a shock to me or anyone else there. And we'll see what happens next. So the Zoom is running well, nice and smooth with the exhaust on, much better. I much prefer it to the noisy Leo Vince exhaust. That'll be going up for sale shortly, because I'm not putting that back on for any reason. And all so far is good. I'm still swirling about swapping out the indicators. I don't know, we'll see. I think about it and I think, well, do I really want more hassle? But I tested the ones I bought. I got a set of 4 months ago when I was planning to do it. I tested them all, switched over. At the time I took out the normal bulbs, put LED bulbs in them, just cheap LED bulbs. I tested them all at the weekend there and they're all working. This is a bit more of a chicane than it was last time I was up here. This is the trams, as you can see, gradually coming down Leith Walk. Big holes in the ground. You've got to watch because there's rubble all over the road. But actually it's quite a quiet way to come up because most vehicles avoid it, because it's, as you can see, one very single lane. So normally you can come up here reasonably speedily. The only thing is you get stuck behind a bus. Oh, there's tram lines going. There's the raised areas from the tram lines, so that shows you where they're going. Sure about these new mirrors. I put these mirrors in, as you know, they do quite a lot of vibration over them. Maybe that's just the bike, or maybe it's because they're plastic. I don't know. With much better view though, much better view than I get with the bar end mirrors, so I'm glad about that, and I've got more room on the handlebars for my big chunky hands, which is good. See, there's the tram lines going in there. They've already been laid, so we're making progress slowly. They went there when I last came up. Must admit, I like the screen. That's a great, I'm very pleased with that. It looks good, and it's also going to keep raining that off the instruments and off the bit that leads down into the battery box, so there's less chance of getting water effect. Oh, that's, hey. So the screen's a winner, it stays. Mirrors, vibration as I say, but we'll see. Leave them just now. So as you can see, Leith Walk here is in a bit of a mess and has been for, oh goodness knows, year and a half now. As this all gets completed. The council in Edinburgh love trams. The people of Edinburgh hate the mess, hate the chaos. The businesses hate it because, well, trying to run a business in a time of COVID and with this going on outside your front door, and you've got problems. So it's hoped COVID restrictions are going to start to ease a bit in Scotland. The kids are back to school today. Secondary kids going back to sort of part-time schooling. Primary school kids are all back on full-time schooling today. So slowly things are easing. Slowly. Hoping by sort of May, June time we'll be getting some sense of normality. No word on the Edinburgh Festival yet. I presume that's going ahead this year, but haven't heard anything so far. You've got to watch for potholes around here. It's absolutely deadly at the best of times. And this is not the best of times. Well, they've actually repaired them. Used to be some really bad ones there. So yeah, I thought I'd just do a quick ride video up this morning, let you see Edinburgh. Bit of sunshine this morning, still cold, but I'll just fill you in on what I'm doing. There's the trams, there's the cause of all the trouble. I've got a few friends who don't live in Edinburgh anymore, live abroad, and they like to see how the city looks. How we're all getting on back home. Hopefully the old place is springing back into life soon. So yeah, that's me about done. Nothing real to report on the Zoomer. I'm quite happy with the way things are just now. Not any major changes planned. I'm thinking about saddlebags, throw-over saddlebags, because I took the Zoomer to the local shop. Got some messages and stuff yesterday, and then it was fine, it worked really well. So I'm thinking if I can get some throw-over saddlebags, I can increase the capacity a bit. It's near where I am, so if it slows me down a bit with the weight, it doesn't matter too much. And that's the only thing I'm thinking about. I have got a set, but the double D connectors that hold the straps are just cheap ones, and I don't really like double D connectors, but they might do for all I need them for. But I've got to get them out, just measure, make sure they're not they're gonna do okay for this bike. But that's about it. Whoa, well, there you go, the size of that hole in the ground there, right over it. Need to remember that one for tomorrow. Look at it, holes everywhere. Terrible. So that's it guys, thanks for coming along. Hope you're well wherever you are. And I shall update you on any new bits and pieces doing as we go along. All the best, thanks again, like and subscribe if you can, and I shall see you all shortly. Cheers now.